your best music coach. My name is Dan, and you are watching a music teacher's reaction live and in real time to Shin Megami Tensei 5, Part 5. I've never heard this music before in my life, not once ever. Nothing is prepared. I have no notes or prior knowledge for anything that's going to happen, and I'm literally going to make this up as I go along. Not make up what I'm going to tell you, but I'm just going to do it by the seat of my pants, as it were. So we're just going to go get started. Any teaching I do, any talking I do, it's all going to be in the moment, off the top of my head, inspired by what I'm hearing. I'm going to do my best to break down for you what's going on in an easy, digestible way. We're going to get started with Empyrean. If it's your first time on a stream with us, I usually listen for the first couple songs just so I can get an idea of where we're at, and then I'll start to make connections and point things out. So what's really interesting is that percussive element that's not at all quantized with the time, but just kind of makes it right there to the beat. I love it. Yes, Nick, yes, this is the last disc. Huh. Courtney Boy says, Empyrean is the highest point in heaven in Dante's Paradiso. That's fascinating. I only ever read The Inferno, which I think was, isn't there 2 books? Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe I didn't read the second half of the book. The next one is called Unavoidable Battle. Okay, so something interesting here is that really low note that keeps on getting repeated. We can call that almost a drone. And then everything happens on top of that drone, and that drone gives harmonic context to everything that's happening on top of it. Also, that sounds like a sitar being strummed there. Huh. Oh. So we're actually seeing the bass doing a similar progression to one of the boss fights we heard in the last disc, which was like an E minor. It was like in the key of E minor, and then it transitioned to the key of A minor, doing like an FGA thing. Add 2 minor chord in there. So I'm hearing a group of 7. Yeah. I love that organ in there. Honestly, Ellie, no, I do not. Joycelip, I call it 7-4. Oh yeah, come on. I had a music teacher once who was like, every time you do a guitar solo, start it with a bend. Doesn't matter what style you are in, does not matter what gig you are on, start with a bend. And that's what that guitar player did right there. So again, we're hearing those inverted power chords that we've heard, disc 3, 4, and 5. No, Joshua Variel, I will explain right after the song what I mean by starting with a bend. Everyone, I will explain after this tune. Right there. That was a bend. Okay, so what is a bend on the guitar? So that's what happens is you play a single note and then you push it up. You hear that? That string's actually choking a little bit. There you go. You can do all sorts of fun things with it. So even like right there, that little thing right there, that's a bend. So when my teacher wanted me to start off a guitar solo with a bend, he wanted something like this, which sounds better on an electric where it has, but you could hear the pinch harmonic in there a little bit. All right, let's get this thing going. The Unavoidable Battle, Part 2. I'm using a Focusrite right now. I have a universal audio for like the big stuff, like if I actually have to seriously record something. But yeah, I'm using Focusrite right now. They're pretty solid. I had one that lasted for about 5 or 7 years, and it started to give up, so I got this new one. Yo, Zaxter. Keytar 100%. Oh no, we sold out of the piano book. We sold out. But y'all, subscribe to the channel because we got some cool stuff coming for you soon. Yeah, Beringer's good too. We got a bunch of Beringer stuff. That's how you say it. Sorry to the folks over at Beringer if I'm saying that wrong, but. So what's interesting is in disc 4 and here as well, we're seeing just a lot of E minor. Yes, Joshua, enjoy it. Oh, Joyce, let that sound super fun. What are you going to do with it? Oh, this is beautiful. Huh. Feels like compound meter. Yeah, but 12/8. Oh, that little... Yeah, missed it. That little thing there that's wobbling back and forth on that pitch, that's amazing. Now we've heard, with that organ playing, we've heard that before, that little figure. Again, the drums here are just masterful. Like the fact that there's only a snare there, no snare, but there. Nothing there, but it's there. Nothing there, but it's there. Like even right there, that Dorian thing with the C sharp to the, I mean, just number one, it's inventive guitar playing. Not everyone plays the guitar like that. That's really cool even in and of itself. And yeah, the percussion, the drums. I mean, so we're in disc 5 here. It shouldn't surprise me anymore that it's this good, but it still does because it's this good. No, I do not have haptics on my headphones. Again, that sort of playing with the feeling of the duple against the triple meter there. Huh. Salut Zankyo, ça va ou quoi? J'ai la pêche, la frite, et ben, la patate. Sorry if I mixed up my feminines and my masculines there, but you get the idea. Trop la pêche de dingue. Ah ouais, c'est dingue, gros. Oh. C'est louche, gros, c'est louche. You got it, Zaxter. C'est chelou. Cette façon elle a de te regarder. Cette manière elle a de t'appeler bébé. Alright, I'll stop with the French. Ah. Ah. That was an inside joke for the Frenchies. All right. So again, hanging out in E here. Which is interesting too, because then it actually gives you this feeling of continuity between all these songs, which perhaps are taking place in the same biome, same area, same level, something like that. I'm not sure. Or perhaps, oh. Yeah, so anytime we've seen the character of Lucifer show up in this game, we've seen minor and major mixed together. For whatever that's worth. And we could perhaps call that a leitmotif or an aspect of a leitmotif. They have this major minor thing going on. Oh, hang on a second. Six 4 is technically compound. The time signature of 6-4 would be compound, like 6-8. Pouvez-vous faire son excès de japonais? Voici ensuite, s'il vous plaît. Mais Sussman, il y a une liste. Il faut suivre la liste. Le liste. Il faut suivre la liste. Ah, la liste. Merci, Marwan. Marwan. See? Bend. Non, nous, on va suivre le liste. On va le suivre. Alright, I said I was at the top with the French. I'll stop with the French. So this guitar riff is insane. And I'll break down for you what I mean by riff after the song. There, you hear that bend in there? Like, even that, like, so almost like splash symbol in there is so tasteful. Might have been a small crash. Not sure if it was a splash. Sounded like a splash to me. Okay, so let's understand what I mean by riff. Okay, so a riff is a repeated pattern typically done lower down. So normally you wouldn't hear a riff like up here, you'd hear a riff down here. Now, a lot of times people will call licks riffs, but not all. So all riffs can be licks, but not all licks are riffs. If you agree with me there. And yeah, we could argue about this a little bit. But here's the thing. So a lick would be like something like that. Like a little noodly thing, like a couple of notes. Whereas a riff is like or like something that's repeated over and over again. Something like that, where it's lower down, repeated over and over again. Now that is a riff. Okay, let's keep this thing rocking and rolling with Dissipation. Enter Sandan. Yes, Windman. Good catch, good ears. So we have heard this music before. You got it, Otter Gamer. We're going to read them all out at the end of the stream. Now this track is really interesting. Not just the voicings of the chords, but the way all these different synths are brought together and almost made to feel like one single instrument. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, Sorcerer. Oh, they're talking about yes, the battle in space is applicable here. Thank you. Okay. So I still have like 6 more minutes to go in this song. It's not over. Hey, didn't we start this whole soundtrack off at the very beginning with a sliding thing going up a whole step? All the way back in disc 1? Just like this? Just like we're hearing now? Huh. Puddinghun says this plays when you fight Lucifer, a tussle with the devil himself, to see if you are worthy of God's throne. Interesting. Oh, it's changing now. Oh, I'm loving that snare, man. Plus that organ in there, too. We've heard organ over the last couple songs. Pieces, perhaps. Oh, interesting. Interesting. Huh. Huh. Well, here's an interesting connection for you guys. This is sort of like in the key of C. All right, I'm going to break something down after this, which is going to be kind of fun. Yeah, piano. This is honestly a masterful piece of music. Crafted to perfection. Exactly right, Jello Trooper. Crafted to perfection. The little arpeggios, I mean, there's so much going on in this. Ah. Interesting taking the drums to the toms now. Okay, now before we get into the next song, I want to break a connection down for you, which may or may not be a real thing, but I'm going to say it and we'll see how it goes. So, for most of this disc, so far we've been in E minor. Okay, so everyone, count E as being 1. Now we're going to go up the basic musical alphabet, which means after G, we're not going to go to, after G, we're not going to go to H, we're going to go back to A. All right, so we go E, F, G, A, B, C. C is 6. Everyone's grooving with me? So in music, when we talk about the alphabet, we skip H, we go straight back to A. We just go round and round in circles, A, B, C, D, F, G, A, B, C, D, F, G. So we start on E. Let's say E is 1, F is 2, G is 3, A is 4, B is 5, C is 6. So far on this disc, we've heard a lot of E minor. This song basically was in C minor, which is like 6 above the E minor, and if it is indeed about Lucifer, which we were just talking about, from a sort of like number perspective, 666 would be like the number of the beast and things like that. So perhaps a real connection there. Perhaps I'm just, jumping at shadows. But I do think that that is an interesting connection that may in fact be there. And a shout out and thank you to all our super chatters. I will read all the super chats at the end. Isn't that interesting, Jay Sands? It's like, I don't know if that's intentional, but that is a connection. And sometimes when we're doing music theory analysis, these sort of like other aspects of literature and culture and life come in and you sort of go, wait, was that part of what influenced this choice? I don't know, but it's an interesting point. The section is called I Entrust the World to You. There are other tracks in C minor that we've heard. All of those deep voices. That was beautiful. It's like haunted vaudeville with distortion. So after this, we still have quite a few more songs to go. We still have about half a disc to go after this one. Oh, this is called Shin Megami Tensei main theme, and we're hearing it on disc 5. That's wild. That's taking what they did with Final Fantasy VII to a whole new level. As in hearing the main theme later on. Everyone, this is the credits, but we're not done. We still got like 15 more tracks to go, so hang out and listen. I gotta turn my headphones up. Oh yeah. Okay. These bells are wild, man. Oh yeah, come on, drums. Oh, this is wild. Oh, this is wild. Oh, love it. Man, that bell groove is something else, man. This is so weird, but so good. So those sounds you're hearing are like slow rewinding sounds, like reverse sounds. Those whoop sort of sounds. It's when you play a sound in reverse, like very slowed down. Wow, that was weird and also awesome. That was like, I've never heard anything like that in my life. That was wild. Demi-fiend is still to come. Looking ahead on the track list here. Oh, this is beautiful. Oh! 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 Oh my goodness. Yeah, look. Hey, you guys want to know something? All right, I'm about to lay on the history so hard after this. And it's going to blow your ever-loving mind. Okay, you want to know something really cool? All right, now this is actually going to go back and reinforce what I said before about the C minor thing. All right, there, basically the song was in C minor. And you know what was making me dance around and ooh and ah? Was the fact that an F sharp or a G flat was just getting hammered on over that C minor. And do you know what interval F sharp over C creates? Or a G flat? That's called a tritone, known in olden times as the devil's interval, and actually was at one point in history outlawed from being played in churches because it was found to be so dissonant that there was no way God could have created something, and only the perversion of Satan himself could, in fact, be this interval. So what's very interesting is that as we see, and I've seen from some of the talk in the chat and also some of the titles, there's a lot of sort of mythology from different cultures and different religions interwoven in here. If we look at that, that's actually a very interesting example. Yes, really. So a fascinating thing there where that in and of itself is a connection for sure when you're hammering on it that hard in a song. That was an interesting connection. This next one is called Quest Tension. Yeah, and the wild thing is, like, you look at gospel music, and it's like seventh chords everywhere, which have tritones in them everywhere. So it's like, that entire concept is really old, really outdated. For me, it doesn't hold water. but an interesting tidbit from history. Yeah. It's interesting we're back to this groovy sound that I think we heard back in disc 2. Now, by the way, if anyone's wondering why people in the chat are using the term fat bass, fat in this context is actually used to describe the sound. Sometimes this type of sound is also described as stubby, but it's that when you have that really round, sort of solid bass that sort of almost feels like the trunk of a tree, we actually call that in music, a way of describing that sound is a fat bass. A thick bass, indeed. Hey Raven, sometimes YouTube auto moderates things. Don't worry, just type it again. Corny boy, so glad you had fun. This has been fun for me too. I'm enjoying this music a lot. And enjoying hanging with you guys. Oh, that's cool, Raven. Thanks for the info. Oh, we've heard this riff before. I love it. A little legato and a whammy bar there. Oh, this is so much fun. Super Rabbit, that is so cool. Superb Rabbit, sorry. So I think what was interesting there too is to hear that even though that song was really like hard, there was still a clean guitar in there. And so a lot of times people think you need a really heavy distorted guitar just to sound hard. And yeah, most of the time you do, but you can also have clean guitar in there too, giving it different sounds, different feels. This is called Quest Fiend. Yeah, that sounds still reverberating in your right to there. So we started talking about this in Ace Attorney. Then you have these bakang, groups of 2, groups of 3 can actually give a lot of power and gravitas to a piece of music, and that's sure enough what we're hearing here. Real quick, before we go to the next song, there is a pinned chat in the chat from me with a link in it. Go click on that link. You can get a free download of the 10 things I think every gamer should know about music theory right now. Like that you should know right now. Not that gamers should right now, but that gamers should know now. Like right here, right now. Okay, let's get this thing rocking and rolling with Battle Fiend. Oh, I love those pinch harmonics in there. It's free. So, again, here we have like groups of 7. Oh, this is sick. This reminds me a lot of like operatic metal, where you just have like these sick guitars just like chunking away, and then just some beautiful voice just like singing about snow and Vikings on top of it. Those little like runs in there, man. Oh my gosh, I love the rhythms. Yes, Marcus. Exactly, the hi-hats, like the... Ah, love those orchestra hits in there. That was interesting. This next one is called Hall of Chaos from Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne. Oh, come on. Oh, thanks for the info, Raven. I love the bass, man. You guys ever have a moment where like your nose just kind of itches for like no good reason, but then you're also doing a live stream so you feel really self-conscious scratching your nose while it's itching? Can any of you relate? This one is called Quest, Demi-fiend. Please hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. I have a pinned chat. Go check it out. Oh, come on now. Oh, this is about to get so heavy. Oh, I can feel it coming. Again, inverted power chords here. Thank you, Super Chatters. I'm going to read them all at the end. Thank you, Timmy. My fate is a haunted curse. Please, I'm just a human being. Effort doesn't press upon me. Please make this a real world. Whoa. Oh, come on, drums. Double kick? No. Oh, come on, break it down now. 1, 2, 3, please. But there's so much going on. It's even like this secondary guitar riff thing happening underneath. And now for like the 80s guitar harmonized little break here. Yeah, come on, get dubsteppy with that bass now. Yeah, Marcos, I really wish that 80s guitar thing then went into like a crazy shredding tapping solo thing or something. Okay, that was super cool. Hey, real quick, could you please hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and there's a pinned comment in the chat with the 10 things I think every gamer should know about music theory. Go click on that. Go get your free downloads. Okay. Well, this disc was different from 1, 2, and 3, 4 for sure. This one was a lot heavier. It went a lot harder. And man, it was a lot of fun. Part of me, look, when I first got into music, there's a couple things that I really liked about music. Number one, I liked funk fusion, guitar solos. I liked the guitars in metal. And I mean, like when I was like 18, like, so not like when I first got into music when I was like 6. But, so I'll just say, for me personally, I really like Disc 5 on a personal level because it has a lot of things that I just sort of gravitate to naturally. But one takeaway, really, and I think I said this after Discs 3 and 4, is that the range of the composer to be able to play with all of these genres with such ridiculous accuracy and a genuine flair and flavor for each song. Like there's not a weak, like there wasn't a single song or piece of music in this whole thing where I was like, yeah, you know, it was okay, but I don't really, like, no. Every single song for like 5 hours worth of music was just strong, or as the kids say, banger, banger, banger. And thoroughly enjoyed it. Thank you all so much for watching this with me, for going on this journey with me. Please hit like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Go get your 10 things I think every gamer should know about music theory for free. Let's read out the super chats. Thank you all so much for watching this with me and going on this journey with me. This was a lot of fun, and I'm really glad a couple of us got to discover this together for the first time. A couple of you got to revisit this. That was a lot of fun. Okay, let's read out some super chats. Let's see. Okay. Okay. Rubberman202 says, another request for Mother 1 Earthbound Beginnings. You got it, Rubberman. No crying until the end. The Japanese tagline for the game. Zaxter89 says, putting $5 towards Perfect Selection Dracula 1 and 2. She's taking Castlevania music and turning into a giant rock opera. Well, that sounds like a lot of fun. I'm excited to experience that. Otter Gamer says, hey Otter Gamer, it's been a while. Autogamer says, I've been lurking these past few streams and I've been impressed with this OST. I'd like to put my bid, the FID? Not sure. Towards Risk of Rain OST. You have got it. Hey, let me get that little gray square out of there. Poof. Hey, presto. Okay. Dell says another vote for Shin Megami Tensei 4. Truly intrigued for the teacher's reaction. You got it, Dell. Sorcerer says, hey, Dan, this $5 is just for you. Thank you, Sorcerer. I appreciate that. Sorcerer goes on to say, keep up the great work. And how exactly does voting work? Is the amount we donate like increments of votes? Or no, you just like whatever you want to vote for. You just put it in the super chat, and that's the way of supporting the channel. And then that sort of way of supporting the channel, we put that into what I do next. That's what that is. So you can super chat, anyone can super chat, and you just go ahead and put the name of the OST you want me to react to in your super chat, and then we go from there. Puddinghun11 says, love how this plays when you fight Lucifer to see if you are worthy of God's throne. This will go to Shin Megami Tensei 4. You got it, Puddinghun. By the way, Puddinghun, thank you for making this happen with your super chats. Joshua Villarreal, I'll get it right. I think I got it right the first time. Sorry, Joshua. So I've been loving the reactions. They've rekindled my appreciation and love for all music. Let's bump up Mother 3. Yeah, man. Listening to these OSTs really does make one appreciate music. I agree. I'm having a similar experience. Tenatonda, thank you for your super chat. Mr. Bojangles says, absolute banger of a song. Upvoting for Xenoblade Chronicles. You got it, Mr. Bojangles. Xerxes says, I really love what you do. I've stuck around since Ace 13. Well, thank you for your support, Xerxes. Xerxes, I hope you can do Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive someday. My favorite OST. We'll tell you what, Xerxes, we're going to definitely put that in for Xenoblade. And I think we may have a definitive to put in there, but well, we'll see. It's going to make it on the list. Poking Mangoes says, upvoting Legend of Mana. Misspelled in the spreadsheet, by the way. Thank you, Poking Mangoes. I'll go fix that. And Chrono Cross split evenly. I'd have done Chrono Trigger, but it doesn't look like it needs the help. No, Chrono Trigger over the past week has risen to like number 1. It's been wild. Keep up the good work. Thank you so much, Xerxes. Poking Mangoes. Sorry, I was scrolling up and down. Got the wrong place. Zaxter89. So even though it just released yesterday after Crest Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, you'd be amazed how many styles of music are included. Well, I really look forward to that. Thanks, Zaxter89. Sorcerer says, love these songs, so hype. For Shin Megami Tensei 4, you got it, Sorcerer. Oh, and Sorcerer also says, I've yet to beat Demi-fiend very hard. Still training for it. One day. I'll kick his fiend posterior. And votes for Persona 3. Thanks, Joshua. Let's see. Puddinghun11. Just thought of a hilarious joke. Mix the name of Dan and Demi-fiend. Danny-fiend. Lol. Up foot for Shin Megami Tensei 4. You got it, Puddinghun. And Timmy says, barely comprehensible lyrics. My fate is a haunted curse. Please, I'm just a human being. Effort doesn't press upon me. Please, make this a real world. Also, please put this towards Lennon 4. You got it. Well, thank you all so much for... Oh, we have one more. Alex Sullivan. Hey, Alex. Alex says, here's to you checking out Shin Megami Tensei 4 soon. The same composer 5. Ooh, well, I look forward to that. Thanks so much, Alex. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for joining me on this. It really is an honor that you take time out of your day to hang out with me and the rest of the community. So thank you all so much for coming and watching these things to make this be a thing that I can do, because I could not do this without you. So thank you so much. And I will see y'all on the next one. Bye. Like, subscribe, notification bell. See ya.